Pokémon Legends Arceus. Welcome everyone to a brand new playthrough of Pokémon Legends Arceus, the most anticipated Pokémon game of 2022. I had recorded this game earlier, but sadly my system had got corrupted and I wasn't able to recover the files. Wake up! Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my boy? And here our Hisuian starters with the professor in the background. Beautiful scenery. You have done a really nice job on the graphics this time around on this game. You gave me quite a shock falling from the sky like that, but thank goodness you seem unharmed. Who are you? I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky, you understand? Come on now. Who does that? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts around, would you? I doubt it, my friend. I see, you seem in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? No, I do not know. I'm new to this world or plane. So you don't have anyone here and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? I don't know what to do, I guess. The starters are looking at each other here in surprise. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. And the cries of the starters here. Boom. Splish splash. Oh my, I completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you appeared here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. I have been playing the games for past 10 years. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh ho, so you're calling them thumbs. The name's quite the ring to it. I imagine that must have some lovely meaning. Not exactly, no lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Levinton. I am something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I am a scholar seeking to deepening our understanding of Pokemon. Yet, such as these three. Oh my god, and they start running away. Oh blast and bother, my darling Pokemon, why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you three! Wait! And this is the start of a tutorial, guys. L to move. And if you push in the L joystick, it's goes into a dash. And there we have our upgraded iPhone, an ARC phone. Get up. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it changed shape. A message appeared on the screen. Arceus is texting us right now, guys. He is messaging us. Moving on from here. Right analog joystick for the camera, controlling the camera around here. Aha, alas, yet another miss. Aha, I'm glad you come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs in their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of things, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these three first. Now that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. With the cute walk and the cry. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it is surprised or irate. Irate meaning agitated or angry. And the Oshawott with its cute running. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Splash! Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing of how to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. 50. That's a good amount. But this won't do for an explanation, Williot. I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now I've mentioned already that the Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where the Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see, and throw one of them at a Pokemon. And why? The Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be, and with that, you have caught yourself a Pokemon. I know we have just met, but I'm afraid I have no one else to turn to. I'd be grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Of course, Professor, we will definitely help you out. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon and let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far from it me to say, I suppose I have given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Seems like the professor is not a good at catching the Pokemon here. And here we throw. Oh, the ZL locks on. You use the ZL for a lock on here. And the ZR to throw the ball. Throw and release the ball. Oh, wonderful, you've caught a Pokemon. It seems you're quite a knack for this Pokemon catching business, Thumbs. Joyful little skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is the most unusual. You don't seem fearful of the Pokemon in the slightest. Now moving on to Oshawott here, guys. This should be fairly easy. He was waving to us from the pond. I can hardly believe it, Thumbs. Incredible. You know, many people even fear to approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Now for Rowlet. Lock on. And that's a backstrike. Yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, my boy. And this time we catch a Rowlet, guys. And we handed them back to the professor. Thank you very much indeed. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught only just arrived of the village to help with the research. They won't yet listen to anyone. As I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Thumbs, I was taken aback by how well you use the Pokeballs. Of course, we have a lot of experience here. How is it that you're able to catch Pokemon so fast when you have just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. And we show him our updated iPhone 14. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an Earth phone, you say. What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalog as a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokémon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must catch them, of course. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help another out, my boy? Oh, yes, you have convinced me. Then, whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We have a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get this Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes, a meal, and all that. Follow me then onward to Jubilife village. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I'll hope you'll forgive my bringing him to the village for a bit. And he gives us the go ahead. Them with the surprised look on her face. Beautiful surroundings they have made. They've done a good job on the 3D models this time around. And the lady with the weird look at us. This way, if you please. Jubilife village, it's come a long way thanks to the fine people of Galaxy Expedition team. This road we are on now is now known to the locals as Canala Avenue. The village is built scarcely 2 years ago. There is much to do yet and not many ways to do it. And since we know so little of local Pokemon, people to hesitate set foot outside the village. Now that impressive building up ahead is the Galaxy Hall headquarters. I guess that's the headquarters we will be getting most of our missions from. Oh, botheration, I had almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? It's just past this bridge here, then to the left, the wallflower it's called. And another text from Arceus I get. And this is the how you access the map by pushing the up button. Crossing the bridge and then turn to the left here. Yeah, this guy. The one with the suspicious look at us, checking us up from bottom to down. Bottom to top, I'm sorry. The wallflowers for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Who is this looking at us now? Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be mincemeat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard let you through, you must have tied somebody within the village. Perhaps you met Professor Laventon. He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though it makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk myself. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a move called Thunder Shock not long ago and had to take to my bed. Ash has taken a lot more Thunder Shocks than you, dear Akari. Unfortunately, it's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor! But everything will be quite alright now. Numtums has agreed to help us out with the Pokédex. Excuse me, do you plan to appoint him to the survey cause? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Silen's permission. I'll allow it. Captain Silene! Assuming the individual can contribute to the survey cause, that is. I am the captain of Galaxy Team's survey cause. You may call me Silene. Professor Leventon has told me how you helped secure his Pokémon when they slipped his control. And now it seems you like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join for us a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter what, the rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny Olcham, the usual potato mochi, if you please, but make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny, much obliged. Your potato mochi never fails to please. Professor Leventon, where exactly did you meet a visitor here? Well, you know of the great hole in the sky, the one people call the space-time rift. Our new friend fell right out of it. You can't be serious. Come on now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe any and all phenomena. I concern only myself with the facts. Now you already know that there are many Pokémon here in the Hisui region. That there are in the grass, in forest, by water or wherever they like. Our job as the survey cause is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokémon are terrifying creatures. How so? But it's impossible to know what kind of powers they might possess and what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Numtums will come in. Of course. He successfully caught 3 Pokémon, 3 of them in quick order, you understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokémon research in earnest. 3? We have had a hard enough time catching even one, and wild ones come after us. Well, to be perfectly fair, they weren't on the attack. But the key to catching the Pokémon is getting close enough to aim your Pokéball well, and it seems our new friend here is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have any leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi. You know the slow progress on the Pokédex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now have your fill, Numtums. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you will never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Long intro, loading screen. And it's night time. That was quite delicious indeed. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember Numtums has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Numtums' skills. Let's hope it's not misplaced. Num thumbs, was it? For tonight at least we will provide you with the place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. And that's where we'll be doing most of our sleeping and stuff. But if you fail to pass the trial, we will put you tomorrow and you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet with your fate and perhaps your death in the wilds. Oh my god, the D word. Captain Celine somewhat like Hisui in that they are both quite harsh. Now, she simply puts on her stern front to keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you good night. Good night, Professor. Yes, good night. A rift in the sky, people falling from it. The world is full of mysteries. And here we move on to the house. Simple interactions things. And here we check, this is basically the adventure guide like we had in the old games, the books that used to keep lying around here for all the how to save the games and all. Okay, time to sleep, time to take a nap. Rest my friend, rest till morning. Yes. I love the cinematics they made in this game. Beautiful. The Bidoof with its tooth. A wormhole is it? I guess it did something. I'm not familiar with that Pokemon's cry there. The next day. Good morning, Namthams. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today is the day of your trial, so let's give it our all, shall we? Alright, let's head to the headquarters. What a lovely weather we have got. I hope you had a nice sleep even in this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to the headquarters. Captain Celine is waiting. Lead the way, Akari. The survey corps officers aren't here on the first floor. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. Seems like someone is in trouble here. This wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to rights. The man's with the security corps, and even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Captain Celine, Namthums is here. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out to the Obsidian Fields and catching 3 different Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start, no one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did the stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. Galaxy Teen does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you will be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of the survey corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. And with a fanny pack here. This satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Akari, I'll expect you to step in if anything goes awry. And we have officially begun our first mission here, but we haven't received a Pokemon yet. Pardon Namtams, come with me a moment. I guess he's going to give us our starter right now. Yeah. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. It's something the matter, Professor Laventon. In order to complete our Pokédex and well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Namtams absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've just got the ticket to help accomplish that. And here are the starter guys, but I will be going for a Cyndaquil as it is my most favorite as I consider my most favorite Pokemon game, Gen 2. I love the Gen 2 games. Go on Namtams, pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner Pokemon, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it is plain to see that they are rather curious about you. Well my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? And without question, I will be going for Cyndaquil. Do you want Cyndaquil as your first partner? Yes. Welcome Cyndaquil to the team. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prologue Beach for now will be yours to keep. Good show, I've tucked Cyndaquil back inside of its Pokeball for you, so take it, it's yours. You received Cyndaquil. Thank you, Professor. A word of advice, my boy. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you are out in the field. Cuckoo! They seem sad we didn't choose them. They look as if they're cheering on their friend Cyndaquil. Or perhaps they are jealous that it gets to help with your trial. That could well be. They did go gnashing from the village when Namtams fell out of the sky after all. Well, not to worry you two, I'll have you assist in my research for now. Okay, Professor. The Pokemon saying us, Pokemon also are saying yes. By the by, which species has Captain Silene charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All 3 of the species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial then. And he gives us 20. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work as a treat as you have already seen. You'll have this trial cleared in no time. I guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial, turn left after you exit the headquarters, then head for the gate. Moving on. This loading screen is really bit long sometimes. But I love what they've done with the game. And here we see Akari talking to someone. Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I am Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now, certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, you have a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is the key to any good merchant success. So, what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon will stand up to one another in a battle? Sounds good. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you are to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. And here we have our first battle, guys. Let's see how this goes. And he starts off with the Togepi. How does he have such a rare thing? Come on, Cyndaquil, beat him up. The fightman is very strange this time, but I guess I love it. We'll come to know in the future as we progress the game. And Cyndaquil is started off with quick attacks, successful quick attacks. And we took down Coco. Battle decided. Move items, use them well. Wow, beautiful suggestions from him. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience in battle, they learn more moves and grow even stronger. But so few people here have their own Pokemon. If only more knew how to use the Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise. And he's healed up. Thank you for the heal. I present you some potion in thanks for my Sky Fallen friend. Oh, that's a big amount. Thank you for that. You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful in that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly after all. That's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now to the Obsidian Field Lands. When you're leaving Jubilee Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and tell rest the guardman where you're going. That way someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. Your trial begins just a short way past that front gate. Now we inform the guardsman. Your Numthums, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. Yes. And we have reached our base camp here, guys. This is the base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wilds. For your first trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly and Shinx. Are you ready to get started? Yes, I am. Ready as I can ever be. Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Silene got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our visitor. That's our unsparing captain, but what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Numtham's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colors. You'll see. So the responsibility for him still lies in fact with me then. Well, I'm sure Numthams will be fine. Let's begin the trial. This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch live here. And along comes a Bidoof. Time to get ready to catch it. The key is to aim carefully. Not that you seem to need my advice, I'm just sharing what I know. And ZL for the lock on, as we discovered before during the prologue. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends not to run from people, so this will be easy. And here we have a first capture with the ball. I love the way the catch animation works here. You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. And the next one is Starly, I guess. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. You'll be harder to spot. And here they will show us the stealth mechanism. Move to the left, crouch. And that's a backstab. Just like the critical captures we have in Pokemon Go. That's hardly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. I forgot, there's something I have to teach you since you're still new to this. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, have an item at the ready but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item? Press X. That's a captain, a real expert on these things. Try throwing your Pokeball at rocks or trees like this one to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it will bring them to you. Now it's time for your partners to shine. You have reached your final hurdle, catching a Shinx. So I guess this is the way of collecting items in the open world here. Another new thing they have added to the series. Items load automatically back into your backpack. Or a satchel in this case. There, that's Shinx. That lovely cry of its. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? More or less. I thought you might. I can never tell until I focus on a Pokemon carefully. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any Pokeball you throw at them. So I guess this is showing us the indication on when to catch them and when to not to throw a Pokeball. You've got to battle them. Once they've absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try to catch them. But now you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of the Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. I've got no doubt you'll hold your own in battle. Easy peasy. And here is our first wild battle. With Shinx. Ember. Oh, that's another good animation they have done there. I like the flame on Cyndaquil's back. And here we throw a Pokeball. So I guess there's no quick access menu button for this to throw the Pokeball immediately. That's it. We have caught him. You approach this Pokemon without a hint of fear and caught each one. You are like a gift to a sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokédex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful. I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we are ready to head back. I agree with you. Oh, I said you passed the trial with flying colors, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Namtams. You have taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Oh my god, that's a very old camera. Jeez. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to the village, eh? And the screen fades and we move back to the village. I suppose we don't have to go walking back a long way. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you in the field in theory. Though we never had one skin enough to do so. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. Of course she will be. Alright guys, thank you for so much for watching, and there's plenty more to come in this series, so stay tuned, drop a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys later. Thank you very much.